All right, why don't we all take our seats here real quick and we'll get started?
Okay. Yeah, I knew when I was filming Twilight, I knew that Jacob's character changed a lot. So if I wanted to continue portraying him correctly, I had a lot of work ahead of myself. So as soon as I finished filming Twilight, I started hitting the gym, got a personal trainer, started eating a lot of food, good food of course, proteins, good carbs, cut the sugars. And and it was a lot of work, but it was definitely worth it.
Yeah, hi guys, I'm Mark Walters of bigfanboy.com. I just want to say, first of all, thank you very much for coming out here and showing support of the movie and talking to all the fans. I think that's very cool of all three of you. In the New Moon movie, do you each have like a favorite scene when you were shooting, a scene that really stands out in your mind as being your favorite scene personally to shoot, and why?
Question for me. I like a lot of the cool action scenes I get to do because I had a lot of fun with those. Anyways, my original favorite scene is this really small scene. I just thought it was kind of cute, but no, I'd say it was the scene where I walk her up to her door and say goodbye to her, and I'm going off to fight in the woods, and she's worried, she's scared for me.
Aww.
But no, I also like the breakup scene.
Yeah, that's my favorite scene.
So.
Like, well, I mean, we call it a breakup scene because essentially he basically tells her that they can't be friends anymore, and he's transforming. And it's like it was like the most. If you ever said anything, if you ever treated me like that, you'd kill me.
And it was also painful to shoot because it was 35 degrees and we were being poured rain on by rain tower rain, which is straight from the spring, so it's ice.
Wow.
Yeah, it's bad.
Rob, do you have a favorite scene or moment?
My breakup scene was my favorite scene. I mean, it was fun. It's just, it's a very, I don't know. Hopefully, it will come off as having quite a few more levels than you know the relationship in Twilight. I hope that it was interesting. I mean, it's like 5-page long dialogue, so much. That didn't happen at all in the first one. And it's a really interesting little moment, which I think it completely bypasses all the supernatural elements of the story as well, which I found quite interesting.
Which of the novels resonates the most for you as a reader or as an actor? You know, which ones have you most enjoyed or are most enthused about working in?
My favorite book was actually Eclipse, so I'm pretty excited to. It's got action, yeah. I mean, the action levels continue to build in this series, so I think I enjoy that. But also the fact that, Twilight sets up the romance between Bella and Edward, and then Bella and Jacob's friendship grows in New Moon, but in Eclipse, it's the three of them actually, physically together, and we have to team up and make this decision to try and be friends to protect her. So I think that is the ultimate high point of the series, where it's the love triangle in Eclipse. So I'm excited to get going.
I liked New Moon, just be in terms of how far I could push myself within this series. I feel like after New Moon, it's sort of smooth sailing for her. She's very solid and content and happy, but in the second one, she's nothing. Literally, it's just lost. Yeah, I got to find her again, which was, But yeah, the second one for sure, for sure.
New Moon was my favorite book as well. Mainly because I liked the sort of juxtaposition of so many people being, it's such a hyped character, Edward, and there are so many people who look at him as such a kind of romantic hero. And in New Moon, the way I read it anyway was, he's just so humbled. I mean, it's a character who's looking at Bella and thinking, he loves something too much, but he can't be around, and kind of deliberately starts breaking it and breaking up their relationship, which I think is a very relatable thing, and it's very kind of painful. And and just the final fight sequence at the end, Bella ends up saving Edward, as she does in every single one of the books, and it's so, I just find it really funny how everyone looks at Edward as the hero, and he's being continually saved by the damsel in distress, and I think he really realizes it in New Moon, and Eclipse is about him, trying to really catch up with Jacob. I mean, because he's so out of the loop and he can't speak in superlatives anymore. You have to actually. He's accepted being part of the world, and he needs to catch up to Jacob. So yeah, I always like New Moon.
Please, each of you tell me the one Twilight question you never want to answer again.
What's it like kissing Taylor Lautner?
What was yours? To growl. Actually, I'm asked that more by fans. They asked me to growl for them, and I really don't enjoy doing that. So that's for the fans. Please don't ask me to growl. Just wait for the movie.
You can ask me anything you want.
She's easy.
Yeah.
Thank you. Now that's already on blog somewhere. So.
I know.
Thank you very much.
Sorry.
All right, we've got time for one more question. So right over here, please.
Hi, Bob Stencil with FirstShowing.net. This question is for Kristen and Robert. You guys have great chemistry on film romantically. Is there any chemistry off camera?
We talked about not going into personal questions, so why don't we ask the next question?
Sure. Yes.
This is for Robert. Robert, is it true that you already read Midnight Sun, and should we expect to listen to any of your songs in New Moon? Did you read Midnight Sun, the book that tells the tale by Edward's perspective?
Yes. But that, I mean, that was more in relation to Twilight. I mean, it was literally the entire storyline of Twilight just from Edward's perspective. So I guess, I mean, I haven't really looked too much at that for New Moon, because for whatever reason I could connect a lot more to New Moon than I could to Twilight. But I could connect to Midnight Sun a lot more than Twilight, I mean, obviously. But yeah, I mean, I don't really think I've used that much. I mean, I guess it's kind of gone in, but not really for New Moon.
Mm-hmm. And should we expect any musical contribution from you to New Moon?
No.
Thank you.
All right, I think that's going to do it for us. Thanks again for coming out. A big hand for our cast. Thank you very much as well.
And in the middle, straight ahead, please.